All right, so if Chelsea didn't win the Conference League, and also if they didn't qualify for the top 4 or maybe Champions League football, do you think that Maresca can continue with Chelsea next season?
I'm very, 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 very disappointed to get this question.
Yes,
We are talking about Chelsea,
and
giant of English football. You are talking about the prince and the pride of London. I'm very, very disappointed to get this question.
but
This is a Champions League winning team. This is EPL winning team. 5 times EPL winning team. This is European dominating team. This is Europa League winning team. This is Super Cup winning team. Of course, as the other of my London neighbors, they can tell you more. Now you telling me this, asking me this question. Do I think Conference League, how the mighty has fallen? But well, I would say I do not blame anybody. I blame the owners of this current Chelsea team. The new owners. I blame them for this question that I'm getting for. It's an insult. Pride of London.
but you are contesting for top 4.
If I should table this matter to the Londoners, I'm talking about Arsenal, the Tottenham's, West Ham, Crystal Palace, and all that. If I should table this thing, that you are disgracing their king. You are disgracing their king, asking them that kind of question.
But you are there, you are competing for a Conference League, and you are also competing, trying to qualify for Europa League. And secondly, does Arsenal know that you are their king?
Of course, it's obvious now.
Does Arsenal know that you are their king?
It's a very, very
Okay, let's continue. Let's go.
Will you tell me that when you see sky, something that is sky that is up there, you know sky is blue. When you see the sky, you're asking yourself, does this sky, is it red or is it white? When it's obvious that it's blue. Something that you are putting on your hand, do you need a mirror to check it?
Okay. So is he staying or is he leaving?
Number one, Maresca is going.
Whether he wins it or not.
He is going. Whether it does not matter whether he wins it or not. For Chelsea to be fighting for top 4, it is a taboo to English football.
But he said is the template they gave him.
Let me.
It was the template they gave him.
Let me give you something that maybe you don't know up until now.
Okay.
That the English FA, they are talking behind the scene that should Chelsea fail to make it to top 4 to European decent football, that they will make sure they shut down English league for next season. That's what is happening. And this is the news on ground now. Currently, go to Fabrizio Romano. That's the current news. So they are making everything within their own power to make sure Chelsea is there, because they need somebody that can represent them, a competent representative, somebody that can stay there. No, because they understand that if Chelsea play Champions League, there is every tendency that we will leave the trophy. So they want somebody that will go there not just to compete, but just to go there and claim the trophy. So we've given our London neighbors time. No, 2 seasons they couldn't do anything. So this thing is making the English FA to they have this anger. How can you give your London neighbor to do something? A small task they cannot deliver. That's why they are fighting, so that they will know that a strong force will represent them come next season, and they are getting it.
And you think the coach, which is Enzo Maresca, whether he... Do you know why? Because they gave you 2 years contract, and these people lost Enzo Maresca because they can control him.
No. Let me correct something that you just said now.
Okay.
Before now, I was thinking that it was 2 years contract, but I've gone down to my search. I found out that they gave him 5 years contract. 5 years contract with option for extra 1 year.
Yes, so he's not going.
So obviously, the losing mentality and the mindset of the owners, because they are there for business. Do you understand? They want to shift or drift away from the original culture of this Chelsea. Do you understand? That's why during Roman Abramovich era, he's not somebody that can give you time. He's not a patient owner. Do you understand? He's not a patient owner. He give you 2 years contract. Even though you fail in the next 2-3 months of that contract, he will terminate you.
So Roman Abramovich, he was ruthless
to the core. Very, very ruthless. And that is why his results speak for himself. He made use of so many world-class coaches, and they were able to deliver. I cannot mention any coach that did not deliver during Roman Abramovich era.
Only
Villas-Boas. I think Villas-Boas.
Yes.
Who replaced him then?
Matteo, the assistant, replaced him to go cleanse his Champions League.
If you identify yourself with Chelsea as a coach, one thing is certain.
A winner.
You must win something. You must win something. Now telling me that these stupid business-driven owners that enter Chelsea now, giving Maresca a championship mentality coach, that the target is top 4, is totally annoying. It's totally annoying.
And there is a say that, first of all, let's see say there is something that happened. You guys actually touched that second position in hopes, because that time Liverpool were 4 points above you guys, and we are all thinking that you guys can go there and do it. And Arsenal was even still in first position then, at the third position then. I don't know what happened, and you guys are looking. I'm seeing Chelsea. I'm seeing 8th position.
We are talking about Maresca. This is Maresca. Just look at what happened last season when he was at Leicester City Championship.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
First season he played very well.
First half of the season.
Yeah, first half of the season he played very well. When we enter into the second half, everything started to change. The completion of the team, fatigue, not being able to manage the players well, and to know when they are exhausted and when to do the right technical changes. All these things started to tell against the team, and they started losing and dropping points. This is exactly what happened. I would say Pochettino was, let me say, it was architect of that first half performance. First half of the season performance that Chelsea displayed. It was not all to Maresca efforts. You can give it attribute Pochettino, because he was the one that has steadied the ship towards the ending of the last season. That momentum, they now had to carry it down to this current season. So they were playing under the tutelage, under the platform that Pochettino left behind. So when this guy now started to introduce his own chemistry, when they now started to adapt to his system, that's when things happened to fall apart. You understand? So Maresca, Chelsea, finding themselves at a point in second position, it wasn't all to Maresca. It was Pochettino that did the work. However, he has this mindset that the owners gave him a target of top 4. That why will he be there to consolidate on that second place, to consolidate on it, in order to give a title fight? He said no, this wasn't the target that they gave him, that he couldn't consolidate on that distance, that he wanted top 4 rather than the trophy. That was why he started to go back. You know, he said no.
It's a mentality shift, yes, to the players.
Yes. Everything started to change. So he started to plant that mindset, that mentality on the players. No, this is first season. We don't have to win trophy. This is first season. We don't have. It's a project, 5 years project. So you winning trophy in the first season. Do you want my stay here to last? No, it is a gradual process. No, you go back. We have to start losing dropping points so that we can be able to stay long, because it is a project, and that's what happened. That's it.
And now you are finalizing that he's not staying. He's not staying. Whichever way, he's not staying. But your club owners applaud him for trying at least getting to semi-final of the Conference League, and also being there to put a fight for the top 4. I know it's an insult to Chelsea. I know, because if you look at Tuchel, when Tuchel come, he said that there is no time for building. If you are not winning, then I don't know what you are there doing. You understand? His own mentality is different, quite very, very far different from that of Maresca. But it was your owners who planted this man there, and your owners who will still uproot him. But I don't see that happening in the nearest future.
Now, let me tell you something.
Giving somebody 5 years is not...
Let me tell you something you don't know.
How can you do it?
We might have a shift in the ownership. Do you understand? From Roman Abramovich to this guy, Toboli and the co. Do you understand? But we still have the same culture. We still have the same fan base. We still have the same structure. We still have the same mentality. As Chelsea fans, as Chelsea legends, we still have the same identity, which is win, win, win. Your inability to adapt or to find yourself within this culture, that means you are contradicting the culture. However, him saying that we don't want championship, we want top 4, it is high time the legends, it is high time the fan base, it is high time you and me and every other Chelsea faithful there rise up to say no, our voice must count. Our voice must count. Of course, we did it. Have you forgotten what we did during this guy Harry Potter? Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yes, fans rose up to the occasion. They said no, even though we might not be the owner, but we have voice, and our voice must be put into consideration.
And it was heard.
Yes, they upheld it. Why wouldn't they? So given what is happening now, the structural change, everything that is happening, I think we have to go back to that the same methodology that we adapted during Butter. And if we can bring it into action, what are you telling me? What are you not telling me? Maresca must go now, even whether the owner like it or not. It was the fan base that rose up to the occasion that made Tobole and Co to say no, they want to change Potter. On their own, they were comfortable because they wanted the project, a long-term project. But the fans say no.
You're turning Chelsea to a business club.
Turning Chelsea to a business club. And see, Strasbourg, our sisters club, they're also voicing out. They said no, they don't want being a feeder team for Chelsea. You know, it got to a time like this. We are the footballing world is shifting. I think in this stage now, the state that we're into now, every decision must not be down to the owners alone. The fans has a way of coming into play. Our voice should count. Do you understand? And if the fans say no, enough is enough for Tobole and Co, Maresca must go. Maresca, if care is not taken, they will force this guy to sell. They'll force him to sell the Chelsea. I'm telling you, because they cannot tell Chelsea fans what we should expect. Our voice must count, and we are actually must make sure we keep to our standard.
All right, guys. So, what do you think about it? Do you think Maresca should stay up until next season? Do you think Maresca can, take you guys to the promised land next season, even though maybe if he didn't win anything this season, maybe no top 4, no Champions League, and no Conference League? Do you still think that Maresca will go? He thinks that with top 4, with Champions, with a Conference League, or without anything, that he should leave. That he's not that coach. He's not that mentally strong to lead Chelsea to where they're supposed to be. So tell me what you think. Do you have anything to say more?
Yes, we have Ancelotti that is, this time from now will be a free agent. We have Xabi Alonso. We can even go as far as bringing back Jose Mourinho. These are coaches.
This coaches you are talking about now is coaches that are, let me say, from modern football. I think they are outdated. From modern football,
they are outdated, but we can use them not to build. Give them 2 years contract. Do you understand? Let them just balance the teams more, then they will go.
You
cannot give them. If I was to be the owner, I would just hire them on a year contract.
All right.
Somebody like Mourinho, somebody like Antonio Conte. These are people that doesn't accept lose for anything. They cannot accept anything like outside winning. Anything that is not winning, they cannot accept it. So when you bring in these people now, Conte, Mourinho, Ancelotti, these are people that are known for winning. You understand? Give them a year contract. Let them balance the team. Once they are done with balancing the team, then they can go. We can bring in Xabi Alonso. All
right. So, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. And please don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at Football Analysis 247. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. And see you on the next one.